says we are broadcasting, and this is not my strong suit, so I hope you guys tell me if this is working. It says we are broadcasting, and this is not my strong suit, so... All right, how about now? How's everything working now? Okay, looks like we're up and running again. So what's everybody up to tonight? I am in Ohio, Toledo, Ohio. I've never been to Ohio before, and I'm in Toledo, and I'm going to start promoting tonight the next Flat Earth gathering of mine in Toledo, Ohio. We're going to be gathering at Ye Old Dirty Bird in Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, and that's it. That's the address, 2 South St. Clair Street, Toledo, Ohio. Ye Old Dirty Bird from 5 to 9 p.m. is the next Flat Earth gathering in Toledo, Ohio. So I'm hoping that we can get some people from Detroit, some people from Columbus, Dayton, maybe some people from Eastern Indiana to come on over to Toledo, because I'm only doing one stop in Ohio. So this is the only Flat Earth gathering in Ohio, and it's also down in the description. Hi, Emma. How's it going? Hi, guys. Rusty's here, too. He's on the bed. There he is. That's the star of the show right there. Oh, yeah. Huh. You been having a good time? You have a good time on the road? Staying in hotels and staying in people's places? He's met a lot of other dogs. Mostly he gets along with other dogs, but there's been a few times where, like, he acts like he's the alpha dog in some other dog's house. I was hanging with my friend Bruce for a couple days, and Bruce has this giant pit bull. It's like got this huge, massive head, and it was like, I was kind of worried that this pit bull might eat Rusty, because Rusty was acting like it was his house and it was his food. So he was going to go toe-to-toe with the pit bull. So I had to kind of lock him up in a room for a little while they settled down, but he made it. Okay, you go lay down. Oh, yeah, Rusty's a good dog. So, the next Flat Earth gathering, for those who are just now joining again, the Flat Earth gathering that I'm doing is in Toledo, Ohio, at Ye Old Dirty Bird. They have an outdoor patio, so I can bring Rusty. That's kind of my theme. I'm looking for places where I can go meet people and bring Rusty as well. And so far, it's been awesome. Last night was the Chicago gathering, and it kicked ass. About 22 Flat Earthers showed up, and some of them drove from Wisconsin, and one guy drove from Iowa, and another guy drove out from Indianapolis. So people are coming 2 and 3 hours from other states. So I'm in Toledo, and I'm not coming any farther north, and I'm not going any farther south. I'm going to be heading east from here. So anybody in Ohio who wants to come out, this will be your only chance, because I'm going to head east and hit New York after this, and then I got to get to the coast somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. I'm gonna get to the coast, and then I got to turn around and head back to California and be back by the 1st, because my band has a show on the 1st. Let's see. So anyway, I should probably tell you guys some cool stories that happened to me. So far, I've been pulled over 3 times, and the first time I got pulled over was my license plate was out in Arizona. I left Phoenix, and my license plate light was out, and I didn't even know. And I got pulled over. I was a little nervous because I had some 420 in the car, and the cop was cool. He just like ran my license and my registration, told me like to get my license plate light fixed, just let me go. And then in Oklahoma, those of you who are on my Facebook and follow me on Facebook, you guys already know the story probably, but in Oklahoma, well, I ran into a little problem. Not a huge problem, but just a little problem. In Oklahoma, I was rolling down the freeway just past Oklahoma City, and I was deciding whether to do a meetup in Oklahoma or not. And then just as I was rolling down the freeway, I saw these flashing lights on the side of the road on the sign, and it said narcotics and currency checkpoint 1 mile ahead. And I have 420 in the car, or had 420 in the car, and currency, of course, because I'm traveling, I have cash on me. And I got pretty damn nervous when I saw that sign, and I pulled over immediately, started freaking out, like, what am I going to do? so I was thinking, am I gonna like throw my pot out like of the car? Do I have to like get out and hide my cash? Because I'm traveling with cash, man. You don't want to like lose your wallet or credit cards and not have any cash, at least in your car or something when you're out on the road. So anyway, it just made me really nervous, right? It said 1 mile, it was flashing lights. 1 mile ahead, there's a checkpoint, narcotics and currency checkpoint. So it was a bit nerve-wracking. I'm pulled over, so that looks suspicious. So I think, okay, what do I do? And I look down the road, and there's 2 cop cars way down there with their lights on the sides of the road. And I'm starting to panic because I don't know what to do. And I can also see down the road, it looks like about a quarter mile down the road, maybe half a mile, there's an exit. And I think, okay, I'll go to that exit and I'll turn around and I'll figure out a different route so I don't have to go through this narcotic and currency checkpoint, right? So I drive to the exit, and as I get off on the exit, there's like 20 cops, like everywhere, on every corner, everywhere you look, parked everywhere. And I stop and I go to put on my signal and I take a left because I'm going to turn around and try to go back the way I came and get pulled over immediately. And a cop comes up to my window and he says, "Oh, don't worry. The reason I pulled you over was because you didn't quite come to a full stop. You rolled over the line and then you stopped. You're in Oklahoma. You have to stop before the line. So let me just run your license and registration and I'll get you on your way." Okay. So I give my license and registration. He runs it and it's clean. I don't have any record or anything. So he comes back and he goes, "All right, Mr. Gibson, do you have a leash for the dog?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Why don't you put a leash on the dog and step out of the vehicle?" I said, "Well, why?" He goes, "Because I can smell marijuana in the car." Shit. So I step out of the car, right? I get in the car and I just give myself up. Like, yeah, I'm from California. I'm traveling across the United States. I smoke pot. I'm not a drug runner. It's in the center console. I'm down to like a quarter ounce, less than a half ounce, between a quarter and a half ounce. It's right there in the center console. Like, just don't take me to jail. I'm out of California, man. If you guys could just write me a ticket and send me on my way, I'll be happy to work with it. And they were cool. They actually said, as long as it's personal, they weren't going to take me to jail. And so they searched my car thoroughly. And, I told them exactly where it was. And so they wrote me up a ticket. And I was telling them I'm a political comedian. And I'm driving across the United States. And that's my medicine, man. That's, it's my medicine. And I don't do anything else. I'm not a troublemaker. I don't, have any debts. I don't abuse any drugs. This is, I'm just a pothead. And so they laughed and wrote me the ticket and let me go. And as I get just before I get in my car, I asked the cop, like, "Hey, the narcotic checkpoint down the way, are they going to stop me and search my car again and put me through another whole hassle?" And you know what he said? "There ain't no narcotic checkpoint down the way." And then they drove away. So getting off on the exit was how they get you. Oh, you live and learn, folks. You live and learn. If you see flashing lights and it says narcotic checkpoint ahead, and then there's an exit, don't get off on the exit. Just keep driving. They don't have those where I'm from or any state I've ever been to. And in Oklahoma, that's a pretty fucked up thing to do, to have flashing lights, narcotic and currency checkpoint ahead, and you have California plates and stinky weed in the car, and it's like, that's bullshit. And then there's an exit so I can turn around, and then they're waiting for me. Dude. And all I had to, and then when they let me go, you just drive past 2 parked cop cars. That's all. So all I had to do was keep driving, but I got off on that exit. So they wrote me a ticket, and they wrote me a ticket. I don't know how much that's going to be, but it's probably not going to be cheap. Anyway, so I walked out of that one, and I get in my car, and underneath my license and registration, they left me my pipe and a couple grams. And I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. What cool cops to let me go, write me only a ticket and leave me a couple grams of my pipe. But then I started getting nervous. What if the police in Oklahoma 2-3 miles down the road pull me over again? And then I get 2 charges while I'm in Oklahoma. No, and then they put me in jail. So I got freaked out. I got my ass out of Oklahoma as fast as possible. And I did not look back and got into Kansas. And then everything was cool. And everything was cool for a good few days. days, and I stayed with my friend Bruce for a while, and that was awesome. We had fun. Then I went to Kansas City and did a flat earth gathering in Kansas City, and people there were really awesome. We had a great time there. And then I headed for Chicago, and when I crossed the state line from Missouri into Illinois, it wasn't long before some little podunk cop out in the middle of nowhere got on my tail like you never saw a California plate before. And he followed me for like 10 miles. Like I was doing 65 on the dot with this cop behind me like, dude, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Right? Because I'm just going to go 65 and make this guy follow me. And he follows me for a long time. And then there's a motorhome in front of me. And I was going to go around the motorhome. I put on my signal and I go around the motorhome. And the cop immediately pulls me over. Like, oh God, what's this one about? He comes to the window. Oh, don't worry. No big deal. The reason I pulled you over was because your blinker didn't stay on. It just went on, but it didn't blink. Your blinker didn't flash. It only stayed on. Let me just run your license and registration and we'll get you on your way. So they run my license and registration and it comes back clean and he comes back with it. And he's like, yeah, you know, your blinker didn't stay on. So I said, hey, can I get out of the car and check the blinker? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I get out of the car. Sure enough, both blinkers working fine. Both blinkers are working fine. And I asked the guy, so what's the problem if both my blinker, you must have turned, he said, you must have turned off your blinker extra fast because in Oklahoma, you have to signal for a constant 200 feet before you change lanes. So after that, I'm like, okay. And he goes, do you mind if I do a quick search of the car? Yeah, actually, I do mind. I said, I have all my camping gear and all my bags and my dog in the car. And I'm trying to get to Chicago. Can I just take off? Because you ran my ID and my plate and everything, and it's fine. And I'm just trying to get to Chicago to meet up with some people. And so he says, well, we just want to make sure that you're not, you don't have a trunk full of dope or anything. You just mind if we won't search your bags. Because mind if we just do a quick search? It's like, yeah, I kind of do mind. I said, to be perfectly honest with you, the police in Oklahoma took my marijuana already. And I grabbed the ticket and I show him my ticket from Oklahoma. And I said, they took all my marijuana in Oklahoma, which sucks. And I need to get to Chicago because there's a cute girl up there and we're supposed to smoke. And I really need to get up there. And he looked at me and he laughed and he said, all right, Mr. Gibson, you have a good day. And he let me go. Oh, man. So there you guys go. That's what happened to me. 3 times pulled over, once written a ticket in Oklahoma. But I'm still here, not behind bars, and still on the road. So what's up with you guys? What have you guys been up to? Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, some people are saying, Jake, well, you announced you have pot on the internet, so it's your own fault. Not exactly, because in Arizona, I got pulled over because my license plate light was out. And the dude was cool, and he let me go. And it was out, and I got that fixed. So that's fixed. And then the one in Oklahoma, if I was thinking correctly and didn't panic, I could have just kept driving and I'd have been okay. It was only because I got slick and I thought I'm going to get off on the exit and try to go back and turn around. And that's where they're waiting. It's like admitting guilt when you get off on that exit. So that one. And then the third one in Illinois, I drove out of that one. So basically, I don't think it has anything to do with saying anything on the internet because it's not like the cops are watching all my videos and talking like, hey, did you hear? Jake's going to be coming to our state and he might have between an eighth and a quarter. Let's be ready to get him. So I keep all my shit paid for and up to date. So anyway, that's what happened to me. And I'm still en route. The Flat Earth gatherings have been going awesome. Everyone's been really, really, really cool. And smiles on everyone's faces, man. You guys should try to make it out if I come to a city near you. And the next gathering is in Toledo, Ohio tomorrow at Ye Old Dirty Bird from 5 to 9 p.m. on the patio. And Rusty will be there too. Kyle Freeman says, you're lucky though. What up, Kyle Freeman? We met in Chicago. Caveman says, upstate New York, you have a place to stay. Well, good, because I plan on coming to upstate. I want to make it all the way to the Atlantic Ocean, jump in the Atlantic Ocean, and then I got to turn around and rip ass back to California. I already had to tell my band that I'm not going to be able to practice and that I'll be back for the show. So Chainsaw Samuel says, Mandela effect is real. NASA trying to use it to change history. Yeah, that Mandela thing's pretty weird. Some of them I can explain. Some of them I can't. I don't know what to make of it sometimes. And when people start, speculating, it can get over the top. Like, well, there's CERN created a time rift that there's a quantum leap. It's like, I don't know, man. Mandela effect's strange. Some of them I can explain. Some I just have no idea how the hell it changed. It's a weird one. Kyle, thanks for the wrench. You're welcome, bro. Well, you came out to meet me in person. So, yeah, Chicago was awesome, man. Huge city. Gigantic city. And lots of people came from, like, other places. Like, we had local, like, maybe 10 or so from Chicago. But then there was another 10 who came from other places in Illinois or suburbs, or like I said, some came from Wisconsin. So one dude came from Illinois and another dude came from Indiana. So people are driving out hours now to come to these gatherings. You know, it's not just about meeting me. It's about meeting lots of people and being around flat earthers, which about 70-80% of the people who show up have never been to an event where they're around like-minded flat earth. And a lot of them have never even met one converted one, but they've never met another person in real life, let alone like walked up to a whole group of them. So it's been absolutely awesome. And looks like my camera went out. Came back. John Conrad from Iowa. Yeah, that dude. That was his name. Badass. Devaldi Jonathan says, come to Indonesia. All right, maybe that'll be next. I'll drive from Toledo to Indonesia. Ohio flat earthers, any Michigan flat earthers, or any Eastern Indiana flat earthers. Tomorrow night, Toledo, Ohio, Flat Earth Gathering. Come on out from 5 to 9 p.m. Flat Earth Gathering at Old Dirty Bird. That's in Toledo, Ohio. Let me get the address for you. That's it. 2 South St. Clair Street in Toledo, Ohio. Ye Old Dirty Bird with a U. Dirty with a U. And we'll be out there on the back patio in Toledo, Ohio for any of you guys out there. Oh, shit. I screwed something up. Damn it. There it is. Okay, got it back. I accidentally put the chat away, and I'm like, how do I get the chat back? And it's like, show chat. Oh, that's how I get it back. Hi, Sam Moore. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Free Red says, don't do LSA. Ever since I did it, I can't see anything. I definitely won't do any LSA. I've done LSD a number of times back in the past, but I don't do that so much anymore. I like psychedelics, but I like to stick to like natural psychedelics, like homegrown psilocybin from a really pure source. And anyway, when I start talking about real life Jake, some people get turned off. Some people like me even more, and some people get turned off. Like, oh, I thought Jake was this guy that only did versus videos at his apartment. And it's like, no, I'm a real person. And part of what I'm doing is kind of proving that to everybody that there are those of us in this game who are 100% legitimate, and then there are those of us in this game who are not. And part of me going around and meeting people is showing people, first of all, like, you can hang out with me. I'm a real person. You can talk to me. Like, when we meet up, just go for it. Shoot, just ask me anything. You know what I mean? I'll make myself available. And we all have fun. But the most rewarding thing is that all these people are coming together and making friends with each other. And a lot of times when I leave, they continue hanging out. Like last night in Chicago, I left at like 11 p.m. and they continued hanging out until like they texted me around like 1 a.m. that they were still hanging out there talking. And so I'm bringing people together or making friends. And when they walk away, like, they know each other around that town. They know they're not alone. And God, it's such a great feeling, like that I have friends waiting for me when I get there, that I can roll into cities I've never been to, like Chicago. I've never been there. And I rolled in to a place I've never been, and there are people waiting for me. And more people showed up. And about 22 people at the peak were there in Chicago. And some of them drove from fucking Wisconsin. And they talked to me for a while, but then they get to talking to each other. And it's awesome that, like, I look around and everyone's entertained. They're smiling. They're in their own conversations with each other. And so when people ask me, what do you guys talk about at these gatherings? Why don't you post the footage of what you guys talk about? It's like, well, there weren't conversations going on. You know, they all walk up and talk to me maybe right when they arrive, but then they they start talking to the other folks there because there's 20 of us. You know what I mean? So we can't all like share and tell. It's not like we're all in a circle and we stand up and go, here's how I became a flat earther. No, it's like a group setting of like, 15, 20 of your best friends, and everyone's like vibing and getting along. Like everyone's having their own little conversations, 2-3 people all talking amongst themselves, and so it's not like about just coming to meet me. It's like they walk up, they see me, but then they spot the group, and then once they've talked to me for a minute, they usually start talking to everyone else, and that's the way it's been. Every gathering so far has pretty much went down the same. It's been awesome. No complaints. We had one guy last night get a little drunk and mouthy, but no harm, no foul. Just before I left, we squashed it, and I'm one of these people that if you get like really mouthy and over talk me and interrupt me over and over, that like we'll butt heads, and especially if I've been drinking. And it was all in good fun though. We were butting heads a little bit, but then we squashed it. Everything was. But that was the only one guy who was like a little bit abrasive. Other than that, everyone has been absolutely awesome. So I'm showing up into these cities on like one day's notice, and we're getting about 15, 20 people, and it's really fun. So if I've planned these things out, I'm thinking it'll be way better and a lot more people. If I tell you a month in advance, then people have time, because I'm also getting messages from people saying they missed it by a day, or they saw the video like too late. They couldn't get a sitter for their kids or whatever. So I'll try and plan this out better, because there's something going on here on the road that is magical, and I can't describe it to you. You just have to show up and meet a bunch of flat earthers and shoot the shit with people who you've never met, who have like automatically feel like family. So from here, man, I just want to keep doing these things and make them bigger and better. And I'm having a time of my life and meeting so many great people that it was probably the best decision I ever made to leave my job and go out and do this road trip, because by the end of this, I'll have met more flat earthers than maybe anyone in the world, and brought more flat earthers together than maybe anyone in the world. And I had a friend tell me that. I didn't think about that. My friend Bruce, who I stayed with for a few days, was an absolutely splendid gentleman. Told me that I'll have met more flat earthers by the end of this than all the top YouTubers combined. And I didn't even think about that, like how many the total will be. And shit, probably be more than anybody. So, yeah, and I look forward to meeting more and more people, because so far I'm drawing really awesome people out of the woodworks. And you guys should come, man. If I come through around a city near you, you guys should come out. Jake, where are you? Coming to Columbus? Brian Andrew. Oh, what's up, bro? That's the guy that says I'm a Jew. Yeah, joining my thread because he loves me so much. He like subs my channel, and he waits for me to make a video so he can talk about me and call me a Jew. Yeah, man, I'm gonna be in Toledo. I don't think I want to stay in Ohio too long, so I gotta be back to California by the 1st. And so I got to get to the coast of the East Coast, jump in the Atlantic Ocean somewhere, and then come on back to California. So if you want to come up and meet me in person, buddy, I'm in Toledo, Ohio tomorrow. Why don't you drive up and meet me in person? I'll show you how Jewish I am, buddy. Brian Andrews, the guy that makes videos about me being a Jew and that I'm a bad guy. The problem is I was an atheist that lived in Modesto all my life. There's not much of a Jew community in Modesto, Brian. You should come to Modesto sometime and meet the people that I grew up with. Brian Andrew, you don't care if I'm a Jew or not. Then why'd you make all those videos about me? You fucking idiot. You made these videos about me where you went on a tirade about how I'm a no-good, dirty, kike Jew, right? And now you join my threads and live chat with me? I shouldn't even give you attention, but I don't even care, man. I give my haters attention because they love me enough to sub my channel and watch me. Do I want to take a live call? Well, I would, but I don't want to broadcast my number to everybody. So yeah, man, Brian Andrew, what's up with you, dude? Why'd you pick me out of all the guys? I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm the fucking real dude, And so I think that all you guys are coming after me calling me Jew because I'm the real guy. You flooded my page with 30 Jew memes, dude. You know, I know there are some dirty Jews up there over the top of us. I know that. But you can't flood my page with 30 memes in a row with guys like going and money signs. You posted 30 memes on my page, dude. And then you told everyone that you posted a few and then I censored you. Come on. That's what I noticed, this new trend now. People showing up to my fucking Facebook and spamming the fuck out of it with weird shit. Like, that's the new way to contain Jake. Just post a bunch of weird shit on my Facebook and make me stop while I'm on the road, on the side of the road, and have to delete and block shit to waste my time. There was this Middle Eastern guy that just kept posting pictures of his family and rocks. Like, I thought it was weird. Like, okay, cool, your family and you have rocks, cool. Then he kept posting it to where he was like weirding everybody out. It's like, is this a new containment strategy where they send in people on my Facebook to like weird everybody out with posts? I don't know. I don't quite get it. Emma knows what I'm talking about. Emma's friends with me on Facebook, and Kyle's friends with me on Facebook as well. Weird shit happens. Like, I try to only accept people who have lots of flat earther friends in common so that I don't get hit with like too much spam or porn bots or whatever. And sometimes people sneak through and just spam the shit out of my Facebook page. And then I got like Brian Andrews, like hit me with like 30 Jew memes in a row. And then when I took him down and blocked him, he made a video like, why'd you censor me, you kite Jew? You need to get out of my country. Bro, I grew up atheist in Modesto, and then I found out about Flat Earth through Dubé and Matt. And then I became a YouTuber and then fucking made up my own mind about both of them. Okay? If you want to come to Toledo and meet me in person, you can do that. Who else? Some guy. Someone else said they met me. Well, let me go back up. What to qualify? I met you last night, man. Who are you? What was your name from last night? Donald Putman says, I smoke Oregon rocks, FEA rocks, adopt me, FEA. Okay, I'll adopt you, man. I plan on coming through Oregon eventually. Oregon and then Washington State. Maybe I'll do a mini trip up there. I'm going to hit Colorado on the way back. So any Colorado flat earthers, never fear. I will hit Colorado on the way back. Most Jews are atheists. Okay. Bro, I went to Sylvan School in Modesto, and I went to public school. Went through the public school indoctrination system, and my family was non-religious, lower middle class, and the church. Never gave a shit. Just always figured people who were religious were idiots, and used to make fun of them even when I got into my teens. And then Flat Earth brought me to the idea of a creator. So yeah, man, never been to any church of any kind or took place in any religious ceremony. Actually, I think I went once to a Mormon church with my friend. My dad lives in St. George, Utah, and we did sleepovers like on trampolines. Like everyone had trampolines in Utah, and I had a sleepover at a kid's house, and then we were like, oh, come to church with us, and I was like, okay. And I went to church one time with some Mormons. It was boring, but I was really young. Wrench that asshole. What's up, Morgan Ellis? Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. T. Stu. I know I don't have to defend myself, but I enjoy it. I almost went to wrench you again, but you already have one. Flat Earth asshole. See you in Ohio. That's right. Toledo, Ohio. Tomorrow night at 2 St. Clair Street in Toledo, Ohio. I'm at Ye Old Dirty Bird from 5 to 9 p.m. And yes, even Brian Andrew, who says I'm a kike-ass Jew, is welcome to show up. As long as you're not armed and you don't try anything fuzzy with me, I'll talk to you man to man. But if you get fuzzy with me, I might just have to deal with you. So, Brian Andrew, you're welcome to show up too, buddy. Because I'm only going to make one stop in Ohio. I would make multiple stops, but I'm running out of time. I got to get back to California by the 1st. And I've been kind of like lagging a little bit. Like I spent 3 days in Chicago because I was having so much fun. So I need to get to like New York within a couple days and then jump in the Atlantic Ocean, maybe somewhere like in the Jersey Shore, baby. And then head on back to California and go. I want to go through Colorado on the way back, maybe a few more stops. So I'm thinking maybe 4 to 5 more Flat Earth gatherings, probably about 4, and I can go back to California and plan another one. Thanks, Bo Jackson. Are you really Bo Jackson, the original Bo Jackson from the Kansas City Royals and Oakland Raiders? Probably not. Hey, FEA. Oh, not going to read that one. FEA, flat earth cannot be stopped. Did you see the second billboard in Oklahoma City? No, I was too busy getting the hell out of Oklahoma because I didn't want them to stop me again. Like I said, the cops let me go with my pipe and a couple grams of pot, and I was afraid they were going to bust me twice in Oklahoma and put me in jail. So I got the fuck out of Oklahoma, and I'm not going back. And they're going to want me to send them some money in the mail for that ticket, but I ain't going back to Oklahoma to serve a trial. They can kiss my ass. I'll send them some money, but I ain't going back to Oklahoma. I'll tell you that. And there were some people like, why didn't you stop in Oklahoma City? It's because they set traps in Oklahoma City. That's bullshit. Well, they should decriminalize pot and leave people alone now. It's getting ridiculous. Like, oh, aren't you glad you took away my leaves from me? Well, you made the world a better place there in Oklahoma. There you go, Morgan. You're all wrenched up, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Did I get any flat tires? No, I didn't get any flat tires. My car has ran great. I've put probably 4,000 miles on my car, and I've got another probably 1,000 to go and turn around and then head all the way back. So by the end, I'm thinking it'll be somewhere between 8,000 and 10,000 miles total. My car's been running good. I got a Toyota. It's been running good. Ryan Forte, come to Sandusky, Ohio. I'm only doing one stop in Ohio. I would hang out longer, but I got to get to the East Coast, jump in the water, and go back to California and make a few stops along the way because I'm running out of time. It's a learning experience. This is the first one I've ever done. So I'm learning how to do it. Like what places will have enough flat earthers to support a gathering, locations, how early I have to get in town, and I'm learning how to do it. And so this first one was me just figuring it out, and it's been awesome, life-changing, so that the next time I go out on the road, I'll have it planned out ahead of time, and it'll be like a band rolling through town, like one of your, favorite local bands that got up to the next level and got to go on tour or something. It's like I'm kind of at that level. I'm living the dream that my band never got to live. Like I'm going on tour city to city, and then there's people who know me when I get there. And that was my dream with my band, and it never came true. So the fact that I get to do it now as Flat Earth Asshole is a dream come true in its own. And I know that if I plan this out better, people know I'm coming a month or 2 months ahead of time, I can not only double attendance, I'm sure we can triple and quadruple attendance at these things. And I can even maybe set up some gigs where I can play some music and do some, comedy or whatever, and entertain everybody a little bit, and then have the gathering or whatever. So, and I'm also meeting a lot of cool people who have public, or not public, have private property, to where they're even offering up private property for these gatherings. My only concern there is that when strangers show up, even if they're flat earthers or so-called flat earthers, you just don't know who might show up. That's why I like doing these in public places, because I just don't know who's going to show up and at what point they're going to start sending in agents and informants. I've already questioned a few people. There's a few people that showed up to these flat earth gatherings that I wondered okay, is this some sort of informant who came to gather some info and go back and be like, okay, yeah, they're not a militia, they're just talking about flat earth. Barry Nassif, get some more 420. Oh, thanks, brother. I'm actually doing okay at the moment. I don't have a lot, but I have enough to get by for the moment. And so yeah, anyone want to come out tomorrow and meet me and Rusty at Toledo, Ohio? We're gonna be at Ye Old Dirty Bird from 5 to 9 p.m. That's Ye Old Dirty Bird on 2 South St. Clair Street in Toledo. And I'm not going up to Michigan any more north. I'm not going any more south to any other Ohio cities. So you guys got to come to me. I know some people don't want to drive, but like I said, it's Chicago gathering. Some people do have 2 and 3 hours from Wisconsin. One dude came from Iowa. Another dude came from Indiana. So these gatherings, this is the first time anyone's ever went on the road and did this. And so these inaugural gatherings are special. So if you want to be a part of them, it's only going to happen once if I come through your area. And the next time, it'll be bigger, but it won't be as quaint as these ones. And at some point I have to worry about informants and agents infiltrating my gatherings. And that'll be interesting to see how they want to stop that. Because I already see things happening because I'm doing this. Because I'm the only one doing this. I see people taking an offensive towards me. Some people get it. Some people don't. And I understand that. Not everyone's going to understand what I'm out here on the road doing. Some people get it completely. Some people don't. But there's also paid trolls in place. At least I think they're paid trolls who are coming at me and making up stories about me and making up rumors. And they're getting past me on social media, like on Facebook. They're slipping past me as flat earthers, and then they spam my page or try to slander me. And people are slandering me a lot more in the comments. Like, I showed up to one of Jake's gatherings and he was drunk and he had a yarmulke in his pocket. Shit like that. And they're posting that. It's like, oh my God, you weren't there, you fucking idiot. You know what I mean? He was drunk and he was like groping on women and he had a yarmulke in his pocket. So if you see slandering shit going on about me, it's because I think there are people like shitting themselves that I'm going around town to town gathering real people, because a lot of people are like eating shit and feeling lonely online, and then I'm bringing them together and we're all having a good time, and I'm posting that and I'm making it public that, hey, these gatherings are awesome. And I could see how there could be people put in place to try to thwart that effort, you know. And I don't think I'm paranoid by saying that. I think there are people seriously who are going to come along and try to screw this up because it's so badass. So at some point, I'm going to have to look into like security measures of how to get rid of people at these events who might pose an issue. And I'll make friends with the business owners and I'll tell them, hey, I've got a huge crowd coming. And with my huge crowd coming, we're going to be here for hours and we're going to put lots of money into your establishment. And if there's any troublemakers who show up, could we please have security? So I'll be able to take care of any problems that arise. Or at least I hope so. Sean Clarkson, here's some Washington money. Washington State or Washington, D.C.? Washington State, I'm definitely going to do a mini trip like Oregon and Washington. Even if it's just like a 1 week, I want to go back home and then pit stop at home, pay all my bills and shit, and then go back up through Oregon and Washington because the weather's really nice during the summer. Because back where I live right now, they're getting like record heat. Apparently in Modesto, it's like 110 degrees. It's just like terrible. So when I go back home, if it's going to be hot as balls, I'm probably just going to like turn around and want to go up north to Oregon and Washington. Just do like a mini trip. Just get some nice weather and do maybe a Portland gathering and a Seattle gathering and something like that. But the weather's been pretty awesome since I got into the weather sucked ass for the first, like it was just so hot for the first bunch of states because I went through and then I went to Arizona or Utah and Arizona, which is hot as fuck. And so it was hot. And Texas, that's when the humidity came in. Texas was so humid. And then Kansas, so humid. And that's when the chemtrails returned, was in Kansas. All the chemtrails came back. And then when I went to Chicago or Illinois, before I got to Chicago, the weather cooled down. And it's been awesome. And when I was in Chicago, the weather was awesome. Trails, but awesome weather. Chicago weather was awesome. Oh, what's up? Yeah, Anne-Marie was there. I'm going to try to wrench you up, man. There you go, Anne-Marie. You got a wrench. Yeah, Anne-Marie was really cool. She had one of my shirts. Oh, also, if anyone gets one of my shirts and it's faded, like isn't clear or crispy, complain to Teespring because I noticed some people have like shirts that look really good. Like they're nice and crispy like mine. And then some people's shirts came out a little faded. I'm not the one making them. It's a big company, Teespring. So if by chance your shirt comes and it's faded, complain to Teespring and tell them your order number. You just complain to them like through email. They'll get back to you within a day and they should give you another shirt. Because I noticed some people, the quality of some of the shirts wasn't up to par. Like some people's came out fine and then some people's shirts didn't quite come out right. And I don't print them. I don't ship them or handle them. It's all handled through a company. So if they don't get their shit together, I might switch companies because some people's shirts are looking faded. And if you're not happy, please complain to them and they'll get you your another shirt. So at least you can have, a second one. So anyway, anyone who orders a shirt, just want to let you know that it's a big company. They probably print, millions of shirts. So once in a while, some of them come out like not quite top quality. So if yours didn't come out quite right, just complain. plane, and should get another one. And if they keep screwing up, like I said, I'm gonna switch companies then. Anyway, hey Jake, I was really hoping to get to a jam going last night. Next time, let's do that. Dave Sims, yeah, buddy. I'm just running out of time. I spent 3 days in Chicago area, and I just had to get the hell out. It's like, but I can have so much fun in these damn places that I can spend a whole week in each place, and I don't have enough time. I got to get back to California by the 1st for my band's show. I already told the guys I wasn't going to be able to practice, which is shitty, but got to do what I got to do. And so I told them I'll be back for the show, but that doesn't leave me a whole lot of time. So I got to haul ass over to the East Coast and haul ass back to the West Coast and really start putting some miles on. So I'm hoping I can maybe even plan out the rest of the stops, like plan out a stop in New York, maybe Philadelphia or somewhere else, and then turn around and go back towards California, and then do Colorado, maybe 2 stops in Colorado, since I've got so many requests from out there. So that's my plan. Branch Thick, Jake meeting with ODD did the rest of us a real service. I never met with ODD actually, buddy. So you just made that up. Colorado to meet anybody yet. Said I was going to go through Colorado on the way back. So Branch Thick, Jake meeting with ODD did the rest of us a real service. Now we know what kind of person he is. I never met with ODD, dipshit. So quit making. See, this is what they're doing. People have been going around making up fucking rumors about me ever since I started this trip. Like I noticed, like people posing as flat earthers, going around making shit up. Like, I don't even understand. No, I haven't met ODD before, bro. And I haven't even been through Colorado on this trip. I haven't been to Colorado in over a decade. Stupid ass. RK, FEA making the big bucks off the flat earth. I've stayed at many hotels. That looks like it's very pricey. Oh, really? It does, huh? It does? Let's look where Jake's staying. Let's look where Jake's staying at the Motel 6. The Motel 6. Ooh, look at this pricey hotel room. Ooh, the Motel 6. Ooh. Whoa. Wow. Whoa, man, I'm at the Motel 6. Yeah, man, $50 rooms with your dog. Ow. Look how fancy my room is. You see that? What is that? Is that a cigarette fucking burn in my bed? Is that not a cigarette burn in my bed? Let's look out the window at my view. Whoa! Toledo, Ohio, man. How beautiful in Toledo, Ohio. I live like a fucking rock star, bro. Man. I love when people try to call me a fake somehow. Yeah, I'm out meeting people. I'm out meeting them all face to face. Go to one of your other favorite channels and ask how many people they've met. Ask them. I'm here in Toledo, Ohio at a fucking Motel 6. And I don't have to defend myself, but I enjoy it because it just legitimizes myself. I don't mind defending myself. I have the truth on my hands, like I've always given you guys. You know why I've built this channel? Because I've shot from the hip and told you guys exactly how I feel. Poured my fucking heart out for you. And now I'm on the road and my dreams are coming true. And in a way, yeah, I am in a state of euphoria, a little bit full of my own shit, but still humbled as all hell that I get to have so many friends in so many places. I've been moved to tears on this trip probably 6 or 7 times. Moved to tears. And when I get questioned by people about like, how much money you make in flat earth? It's like, yeah, I made enough donations to stay at the fucking Motel 6 tonight. It's because I'm going to go do a meetup in Toledo tomorrow. You know, people are going to drive out a long ways, man, to be there. It's up to me to make it work, make it happen, have everyone have a good time and bring them all together. Nobody's doing that but me. And so, hell yeah, I'm going to defend myself. A lot of people want to talk shit right now. You know what? You know what? That only exists online. Nobody talks any shit or has anything bad to say at the gatherings. Everyone's having too much of a blast. And yeah, you have a problem with my dreams coming true and me having a great time out here on the road and meeting people. Oh, tough shit. Because it's a great thing. And it not only feels great, you should see the looks on people's faces. I've got screen caps of what they're saying. You know, people are meeting each other and then like I leave and they're still staying at the place and talking, men and women, you know. Won't surprise me if before long someone says, oh, I met my fiance at your flat earth gathering. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but these flat earth gatherings are badass and they're only going to get better. And so anyone fucking talking shit, it's like, well, I am going around the country providing a service and staying in hotel rooms and driving 5-6 hours a day or more. You know what I mean? And staying with strange folks sometimes, like who I don't know, but I figure they're gonna be cool because I've been talking to them for a while. Yeah, it's not as awesome as everyone thinks. It has been awesome. There's been days where it's been so awesome that it's exceeded my expectation. But I've also spent some nights in my car. I've also, spent a few nights in places where I could have did better. That's how it goes, man. It's a learning process. That's the thing, you guys. I've been honest with you this whole damn time. Almost too honest. Who else is going to do that for you? Who's going to give you themselves completely? Let you come fucking shake hands with me and ask me anything you want. I'll let you see my ID. You come meet me in person, I'll show my ID to you. I will. I've been doing that. I've been just showing here's who I am. Don't tell everyone my address. Here's Rusty. Here's my car. Well, all my shit in it. This is me. In fact, nobody even really cares. They're too busy having a good time. Kyle says, any trolls in the room, send me a message. I could use you. Laugh my ass off. I'll buy you an Xbox Live subscription and Black Ops Zombies. Your choice. Okay. George Heinzman, you know my address. I live at the Redwoods Apartments. Oh, geez. Well, thank you. Fuck. How do you know that? You know what is weird about being a YouTuber is one time some guy did show up to my house unannounced. Well, my apartment unannounced in Modesto. That was a while back, 6-8 months ago. A dude showed up. Knock, 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 knock. I opened the door. He's like, hey, are you Jake? Yeah. He's like, Flat Earth Asshole, right? Yeah. Who are you? He's like, hey, man, I live, about 45 minutes away, and I recognized that you were in Modesto, and I recognized the street that you were walking around on with your dog, and so I came to these apartments, and I saw a video where you were in these apartments, and so I just matched up where you walked out of your house to right here, and I found you. Holy shit, that's weird, but cool. Nice to meet you, dude. So I talked to him for a few minutes, 5 minutes, but I was a little weirded out that he went that extra far to find my apartment, and it was like, whoa, man, maybe I should, after my lease ends, get the hell out of these apartments, and then think about where I tape next. Because not that I don't want to meet people, it's that I want to meet them on my own time. I don't want them just showing up unexpectedly at my house, So, yeah. But yeah, one dude already just said where I lived, which is weird. FEA, you come into Michigan. No, I'm not. I got to make, not on this trip. A future trip, yes. But this trip, I'm in Toledo tomorrow. So if you're in Michigan, come to Toledo. If you're in Ohio, come to Toledo. If you're in Eastern Indiana, come to Toledo. It might be a long drive, but that's where I am tomorrow. And then after that, I'm going to make my way towards upstate New York. I'm going to put some miles on the car and go to upstate New York. So if you want to come meet me, our case is, I take it back. I'm sorry. I just want FE to be a real movement. It is a real movement, bro. You should take it back. I'm fucking uniting more flat earthers together than I've ever met. You realize by the end of this, I'll have introduced more real flat earthers in person than anyone in the fucking world? Come on now. I'm doing something out here. This is not something anyone can do. A lot of people wish they could do it, but just because a lot of people wish they could do it doesn't mean they should fucking be mad at me because I'm doing it. So thank you for taking it back, and I appreciate that you donated it to tell me that you're taking it back. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. You're a cool dude. Tall Starlight. What's up, Jake? It's Edgar, the tall guy yesterday. I had a great time. Thanks for stopping in Chicago. Yeah, I remember you, bro. You're a real cool dude. Thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you donating too, man, to the super chat. That's awesome. So yeah, as you can see, there's several people who came to the Chicago meeting right here in the chat. In fact, let me wrench you up, buddy. Tall Starlight. Yeah, he was there last night at the Chicago gathering. So a lot of the people who I'm talking to right now, even in the chat, came out last night. So if you come out and you meet me in person, and then I see you in my chat, I'm going to wrench you up. I'm going to know who you are, and you'll have my back, right? So my wrench squad will be fucking people who I know, right? I don't just give anyone a wrench. I'm going to give people I know a wrench. You come to the gathering and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember you. Here's a wrench. Malov. Yep, I know who you are. Malov came too. Look at this. I got almost 10 people or so, I don't know, somewhere around there who came to the meetup last night. Owen Michael, Flat Earth Asshole, when's the dinosaur museum vid coming? Here's the thing. I have all the behind the scenes footage with IPS I just don't feel like posting it yet because I kind of want the shitstorm to just die down a little. I think I'll finish my trip and then I'll post it. So I skipped my whole time in New Mexico. I have behind the scenes footage of him doing that interview. I have behind the scenes footage of his apartment. I got a shitload of behind the scenes footage with that dude. And the dinosaur museum, which is really funny. I just don't feel like posting it because people are just going to want to stir shit. And at the moment, I'm having too much fun. I'll just wait till I get back because I have this feeling if I post it, people are going to get confused and they're going to think that I am still in New Mexico or I went back to New Mexico or I'm friends with IPS or whatever. I don't know. So I'll wait and I'll post that back when I get done with my trip so everyone realizes that it's in the past, and I'll disclaimer the hell out of it. But I have all that footage that nobody has. Part of the reason why I went. Geocentric engineer. No, Jake, air it all now. Do the right thing. Who cares what people think? Well, it's not what people think. It's what I want to do. People right now are, I don't know, there's a lot of flat earthers who are just rubbing me the wrong way. And I'm just going to keep showing them how much fun I'm having on the road. And I'll make them wait for anything dramatic. Because I have a little bit of the footage that'll stir up a little more shit. But I'll just wait, man. It's my footage. I'll do what I want. I'm having too much fun. I'm out here promoting gatherings. And when I talk about drama, it gives it power. And had a little angel tell me, don't talk about drama. You just give it power when you do more. Stop mentioning certain YouTube channels. Stop mentioning certain things. Just let them die. And just continue my own thing. And I'm going to be flat earth asshole. Pretty much a lone wolf from now on. Oh, camera went out and it's back. Trevor from Brick House needs a wrench. Oh, where's he at? I remember meeting people at the Brick House. That was an awesome place in Kansas City. Kansas City was badass, at least where I went. All these cities have been really cool, man. Cool thing about having the map GPS deal, the ground positioning system on your phone is you can drive into a city you've never been to and go right to where you need to be without it being a hassle. Thanks, Malov. I appreciate that, buddy. Malov, who was there last night in Chicago, says, what Jake is doing is getting the movement as real as it gets. He's taking an initiative most can't or won't. I appreciate that, buddy. And it was really nice to meet you. You're a really good dude. And I hope you met some other cool people there last night that you can hang out with again in the future. And I'm definitely going to come back to Chicago. Chicago was awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely do some more gatherings around there. I mean, when people said they drove 3 hours from Wisconsin to be there, I knew we hit a home run out there to where next time if I planned it better, man, we could take over an entire restaurant. That's the thing. If this thing gets too popular, I'm going to have to strategically pick better locations because we could totally take over a restaurant or a bar to capacity to where I might have to get strategic on the venues I pick. So far, I've picked out some, I've had some locals help me pick out some really good places. So it's been really awesome. Sam J says, keep it up, Jake. Would love you to come hang out on one of Dell's Beyond the Imaginary Curve Saturday live streams. I don't think he likes me. Somebody told me he was talking smack about me. I don't keep up with all these other guys, especially since I've been on the road. I have not watched hardly shit, and having fun just having YouTube videos lately. But from what I hear, Dell doesn't like me, which is fine. But I don't really watch his channel. But somebody told me that he was saying something about me the other day, but I don't give a shit. So I probably won't be showing up to his channel anytime soon. Damn it, my camera went out again. And it's back. So let me promote one more time the Toledo Flat Earth Gathering at Dirty Bird, 2 South St. Clair Street from 5 to 9. Let me make sure I got that right. Yeah, Ye Old Dirty Bird at 2, that's the address, 2 South St. Clair Street, Toledo, Ohio. I'll be there from 5 to 9 p.m. And on the patio, it's dog friendly, so Rusty will be there too. So come on out and you can meet me and Rusty at the Ye Old Dirty Bird. And that's YEOLDEDURT. Ye Old Dirty Bird. So yeah, come on out tomorrow night, Toledo, Ohio. I'm hoping we get some people out of Michigan and we get some people out of Southern Ohio who make the trip out. I'm only doing one stop. I'm not coming up any more north, not going any more south. I'm going east. So, and then I got to turn around and rip ass back to California and knock out a stop in Colorado. Miranda, yes, I'm in Toledo right now. You got it. I'm in Toledo promoting the event for tomorrow. Right after I get done with this live feed, I'll go on Facebook and post a bunch of stuff for tomorrow. Holy Toledo. Yep. Am I stopping in Pennsylvania? Possibly. There's a lot of big cities over there all crammed together over on the East Coast, I don't know. I've never been over there. I just know that there's a shitload of big cities all crammed together, and I'm running low on time. So I got to get back to California before long. Looks like my camera's screwing up. Miranda Boer, I worked in the hospitals in Toledo for many years. Curious how many flat earthers are there? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. I know Toledo's not like a hugely populated city, but I figure since it's located between a bunch of cities in Ohio and then some cities in Michigan, that I can get some people to come from, from Detroit area. Some people maybe come up from Columbus, Dayton, maybe from Eastern Indiana, I'm hoping. Shit, looks like my camera's lagging out. I don't know if you guys are noticing the same thing. So yeah, these have been really fun, you guys. So when I get back to California, I'm going to start planning some more of these, a mini one to Washington and Oregon. And then I'd like to do all the southern states, like maybe in the fall, hit all the southern states, because I didn't hit any of the southern states. I want to hit like Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, all those. I love those states. I've been to all of them before. So part of the reason for this trip was to make my way into some new states. And like tonight, I've never been to Ohio until today. I was never been to Illinois, until this trip. I'd never been to Indiana till this trip. So the new states that I've been to so far would be Kansas, Illinois, Oklahoma, I've been to Oklahoma, Kansas, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana. Yeah, so 4 new states so far. Thanks, Donald Putnam. Yep, that's the next Flat Earth Gathering is tomorrow. Owen Michael, is your dog having trouble traveling? No, he seems to be good. I mean, I'm sure it's a little weird for him being in new places each night or whatever, but, some places, like this hotel, there's 2 beds, so he's over there lounging. If you can see him over there, we've both got a bed, so doesn't look like he's doing too bad. And some people have dogs, and so he has some friends to hang with some places. So it's been fun. He doesn't seem to be too bad. Jason, great time yesterday in Chi-Town. Hey, thanks, buddy. See a lot of people joining this chat who were there yesterday. That'll be cool. I'm going to have a bunch of wrenchers who were all people I've actually met. Anyway, so I don't know what to talk about now. Pretty much said everything I wanted to say. What do you guys want to talk about? Anything new going on in Flat Earth? Anything cool going on? Any new billboards going up? Constitutional Remedy, I met you in Chicago. Well, what's your name? Who are you? It's hard for me to remember. And you give a description of yourself. Lamborghini, be careful. Just because you met them don't mean they won't infiltrate. Yeah, that's true. But there are certain people that I remember who, they were cool. You can just feel real people. You can just feel like, the people who came and showed up when you talk to them, you just know they're cool. So I don't mind wrenching up real folks. Hell, some people just give wrenches to anybody. I'm trying to make it, a little more exclusive. Oh, thanks, bro. Hans Kruger, a little extra for Rusty. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that so much. Rusty's been taken care of very well on this trip. People have bought him treats, and man, he's had a lot of attention. When people show up, they recognize Rusty. Like I've been joking about making him a YouTube channel, but I think when I get back to California, I'm definitely going to start up a Rusty YouTube channel. So thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that. I know, you guys, people keep saying Matt did a live stream. Yeah, I know. I watched a little bit of it, and I'm going to have to give him some pointers. I wasn't real impressed with his first live stream. Plus, it kept lagging, so I'll have to give him some pointers if some other people haven't already. Ben from Vegas says, Flat Earth Meetup Las Vegas tomorrow. Check meetup.com. Oh, cool. That's cool you guys are keeping meetups going out there. There should be meetups going on all the time, man. And shit, maybe I'll, get this meetup revolution started where everyone's meeting up fucking every month everywhere. There's I had my friend made this joke. I think it was Mick, my friend Mick, back in Modesto, said it's like Flat Club. I'm going around starting Flat Club. And the rule of, I'm not sure if it was Mick or someone else. I might be wrong. First rule of Flat Club, you have to talk about Flat Club. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going around starting Flat Club in each city. first rule of Flat Club, you better start talking about Flat Club to everybody. So, yes, it's an orange wall. Oh my God. Just the Motel 6 I picked is Masonic. But look, this wall is white. See? This one's white. And that one's white. And that one's white. So, good job. There's one orange wall in here. And I asked specifically for that when I checked into Motel 6. I was like, excuse me, can you give me one with an orange wall, please? Because I'm going to be going live, and I want to make sure it's extra Masonic. Is my camera lagging out, or are you guys still seeing me in real time? Because it looks like my camera's lagging out on mine. Shit, I screwed something up. Actually, I exited the wrong thing. Damn it, now the super chat's gone. Oh, I'm not used to this. I'm still learning. Okay. Anyway, well, the super chat's gone, and now it won't load back up, which is just awesome. So, shit. Yeah, Flat Earth Gathering tomorrow in Toledo, Ohio, from 5 to 9 p.m. at Ye Old Dirty Bird. Hope you guys come on out and check that out. Any Michigan or Ohio Flat Earthers in the area, come on out to Toledo tomorrow. That's Thursday, June 22nd. Ye Old Dirty Bird in Toledo, Ohio, 5 to 9 p.m. Come on out and meet me and Rusty too in Toledo. See if I can get this damn live stream back up again. Look at the live chat. I accidentally exited the wrong one. I'm dumb. Not as good as the other people at these, man. Still learning. Come on, load. Shit, it's still not loading. Come on. I want to see my chats, man. So, yeah, I'm going to head out of here after the Flat Earth Gathering in Toledo. I'm going to head towards upstate New York. I'm thinking I'm going to do one in the Buffalo area. And then I'm going to head over and maybe do something in New York, New Jersey area next to the Atlantic Ocean somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get closer. And then I got to turn around and rip ass back to California and stop off in Colorado on my way back. So, shit, this live chat just won't come back. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it finally came back. Constitutional remedy. Jake, remember the video I showed you in Chicago of the movie Gods of Egypt, how they show the sun and flat earth? Yeah, it was cool. He did show me a movie clip that I'd never seen before, movie Gods of Egypt, where they depict flat earth and sun going over it. Let me wrench you up, buddy, if it'll let me. Damn it. Yeah, it's not letting me right now. Everything's being shitty and not wanting to load. I'm using Motel 6 Wi-Fi, like a rich boy. So I guess that's what I get. Motel 6 Wi-Fi. Danny says, come to Brooklyn, New York. It's safe, bro. Trust me. There's no reason to be paranoid. We'll see about that, man. I don't know. All right. Well, it looks like this channel, I don't know if it's working or not now. So anyway, maybe I'll finish up for tonight. But thank you guys for joining my live chat in Ohio. I'll be in Ohio tomorrow. One more time, Flat Earth Gathering in Ohio tomorrow from 5 to 9 p.m. at Ye Old Dirty Bird in Toledo. So come on out and see me and Rusty from 5 to 9 p.m. in Toledo. And after that, I'll make my way to upstate New York. So anyway, thank you guys for jumping on with my live stream, and hope I can get some people from Ohio and Michigan to come out tomorrow. And yeah, I guess that's about it, man. Rusty, you got anything to say? Huh, boy? You got anything to say to the camel, Rusty? Rusty. All right, you guys. So, peace. I'm out. I'm done. Live stream's over. I'll post up some footage from Kansas and Chicago in the next day or so. Later.